Tonight on Entertainment News, America's juiciest reality show turns 20, megastars will take their stage at the Oscars tonight, and a rock legend suddenly passes away. Don't go anywhere, WTOP 10 Entertainment News starts now. Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Entertainment News. I'm Peyton Ashford. I'm joined once again by my panelists, Kanai Mabry and Jeremy Lynch. How are you guys doing tonight?
Not liking that it's Sunday.
I'm doing good.
Okay, well, happy Sunday. Let's jump right into the news. The longtime drummer of the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, died at 50 years old during the South American leg of their tour. A urine sample reveals that there were 10 psychoactive substances in his system. Hawkins' last concert that he performed at was in Argentina. Healthcare workers tried to revive him, but they were not able to do so. Hawkins is survived by his wife Allison and 3 children. With the awards season right around the corner, the box office is heating up. Out goes Spider-Man, in comes the Batman, which has been dominating theaters. Could there be a new film ready to take over the Caped Crusader? David Daniel reports. Check out these movies in a theater near you.
Director, composer, and actor Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is Oscar nominated for Best Original Song for his work in the hit Disney film Encanto, announced that he will be skipping tonight's Academy Awards. The sudden change of plans is due to his wife testing positive for COVID-19. The Hamilton star explained that while she is doing fine and the rest of his family tested negative, he wants to err on the side of caution.
Beyonce and Billie Eilish are performing at tonight's Oscars. Beyonce is performing Be Alive from King Richard. Be Alive was also nominated for a Golden Globe. Billie Eilish is performing No Time to Die, which is the James Bond theme. Billie Eilish will be joined on stage with her brother Phineas to perform on the Oscar stage. No Time to Die won a Grammy Award and a Golden Globe Award as well.
While America gets ready to celebrate the best of cinema in the last year, they can check out the worst of the bunch first. This year's 42nd annual Golden Raspberry Awards, also known as the Razzies, released its list of winners, or losers, depending on who you are. It is commonly used to show the worst contributions to film in the last year. LeBron James' first time out as lead actor was a bust, as Razzies voters dubbed him Worst Actor for his performance in Space Jam: A New Legacy.
The Bachelor is celebrating its 20th birthday this week. The Bachelor originally debuted on March 25th, 2002. There are many spin-offs on The Bachelor due to the popularity of the series. This week on The Bachelor, Clayton Echard is looking like he's going to be proposing to one of the finalists. A show that began with controversy has managed to stay strong to this point. Here's to another 20 years.
Miley Cyrus was on her way to headline a music festival that takes place in Paraguay's capital city when the pop star's plane was struck by lightning. The singer posted on her Instagram telling fans that her plane was struck mid-flight, explaining that her crew, band, friends, and family who were with her all were safe after an emergency landing. Unfortunately, she could not finish the journey to Paraguay.
Amanda Bynes is free from her conservatorship that lasted 9 years on Tuesday. Judge Roger L. Lund terminated Bynes' conservatorship. Bynes filed for a petition to terminate her conservatorship last month. Bynes is doing very well, and she's excited to be moving in with her fiance, Paul Michael. Bynes is looking forward to prioritizing her health and working on her fragrance line during the next chapter of her life. She is thankful for her parents and lawyers for their support over the last 9 years.
The Black News Channel has had the plug pulled after it failed to meet payroll and lost the backing of its biggest investor. The company's president and CEO, Prince O'Hare, memoed employees Friday that BNC would be ceasing live production and filing for bankruptcy. The end came even as BNC had its biggest audience ever with its live coverage of the Judiciary Committee hearing for U.S. Supreme Court Justice nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson.
On March 24th in 1922, the School Board of New Orleans District decided that jazz Music and dancing will be abolished in public schools in an attempt to distance students from a genre with African American origins. We are happy to announce that the ban is over. As of this week, the ban was unanimously overturned. The New Orleans Parish School Board President Olin Parker said that he was glad that this policy rooted in racism was acknowledged and rescinded. Coming up on entertainment news, more highlights of the best in entertainment this week. But first, we have a quick look at weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Hope Spencer.
Thank you, Peyton. I'll be starting you off with a little overview of the weather this week. Starting tonight, we'll have a winter weather advisory, and that will continue until tomorrow morning. And then later on in the week, you'll start to see a little more spring-like weather. On Thursday, we see some warming temperatures. And then into the weekend, we'll see some more sunshine. Stay tuned for more weather after the break.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Good evening. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Hope Spencer, and I'll be giving you the weather for the week. We are starting off on the colder end with some winter weather advisory going on until tomorrow morning. And then further into the week, starting Thursday, we start to see some warming temperatures. And into the weekend, you can get outside more as we see some sunshine. So again, we have a winter weather advisory, and that will go on until 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll still see a little bit of snow off into the day, but ending around 11 a.m., that advisory ends. And here's a little lookout of our cloud cover. You can see a lot of the major storm clouds are clearing off. We just have a little bit staying around until tomorrow. And tonight, we have some cool temperatures. We have some blowing snow. I can attest to that. It was very windy as I was walking here. And we have some higher winds. And then into tomorrow morning, again, we still have that winter weather advisory. And we have some high wind gusts. All right, and here is an hourly lookout for tomorrow. So we have some very cool wind chills. We have a very low temperature, and it doesn't increase much as we go further into the day. So that wind chill still remains relatively cold, and the wind about the same throughout the day. And As your kids are going to school, it's going to be relatively cold out, it's going to be snowing, so make sure if you have kids that they're all bundled up, they have their hats, gloves, coats on. And as they're returning, the winter weather advisory clears up, but it's still going to be cold out and we have some wind gusts. So here is the rest of the week. So you can see a little improvement. The snow ends by Tuesday, but still cold, and then we see the temperatures start to rise into Wednesday. And here's the rest of the week. So Thursday and Friday, we see some spring-like weather with some rain and some higher temperatures. And then the Saturday and Sunday, we see some more sunshine. So that's all for the weather. Stay tuned for more entertainment news after the break.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
What's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hey everyone, welcome to Peyton's Picks. I'm your host here to tell you about my top picks for shows, movies, and songs this week. Let's jump right into it. After a year-long wait, Bridgerton Season 2 is finally available on Netflix. So I binge watched it this weekend, and I won't give you away any spoilers, but I will say that this season has a different vibe compared to Season 1, and the love story is one for the books. Unfortunately, last season's fan favorite Simon Bassett did not return, but what you can expect to see are more elegant looks from the cast, more love, more drama, and a messy love triangle between Anthony Bridgerton and the Sharma sisters. Overall, I'll give the season a 7.5 out of 10. I'm not sure if I was a fan of the slow burn romance, but I did notice and enjoy the diversity amongst the cast. Although the HBO Max's Euphoria buzz is slowing down, the show still has a special place in my heart. Zendaya has had many Emmy-worthy performances in this latest season as she took us on a very believable ride of a teenage drug addict. It could be due to my everlasting love for Zendaya, but Rue was hands down my favorite character. This season, I felt like the writers could have done a better job with character development and following up on certain storylines. I had a lot of unanswered questions go unnoticed, especially regards to Barbie Ferrer's character Kat. Overall, I'll give this season a strong 8.5, and I'm looking forward to the next season. Euphoria Season 3 might debut as early as the end of 2023 and as early as 2024. If you haven't watched it already, Will Smith did an excellent job portraying Richard Williams, the father of tennis superstars Venus and Serena Williams. In this tearjerker film, the seasoned actor goes through heartbreaking obstacles all while trying his best to protect and provide opportunities for his daughter. Before watching the film, I was expected to see more of Venus and Serena, but after watching it, I was glad to see the focus on the mastermind behind the tennis athletes. I also enjoyed gaining insight on the players' childhoods. Overall, I rate the film a 10 out of 10 because I didn't expect anything less out of Will Smith. After announcing an upcoming album, a documentary in the works, a recent single with Coi Leray that went #1, the Queen of Rap is hard at work and back on the scene to give us more music. Nicki Minaj recently teased a drill song on her TikTok, only for the song to be later released with Fabio Foreign. The song is called We Go Up, and we will be going up when the music video drops. And that's the spiel that I have for all things reality TV. We'll be back with more entertainment news after the break.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Total, Baldwin faces 32 charges.
Saturday, I went to Woodchuck Saloon. Too much temperature change.
13-10 meteorologist.
2 as well. Visions for Tanner Spink.
Go to 2-1.
10 with 6 and 10 on the year.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you. Your barber. Your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Entertainment News. Let's jump into our picks for the biggest nominations in this year's Academy Awards. The list of best films highlights the best of the best in film this year. Let's Drive My Car, Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up, Dune, Belfast, Licorice Pizza, The Power of the Dog, West Side Story, King Richard, and Coda. So out of those lists, what do you guys think is going to win Best Picture?
I always hope for Will Smith, so I'm hoping King Richard. That's that or Dune because Timothy Chalamet.
Okay. And how about you, Jeremy?
Honestly, I'm a sucker for Leonardo DiCaprio, so I would think Don't Look Up.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. The music, also I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan, so I think her performance was exemplary. I think Don't Look Up should get this one for sure.
So I too am an Ariana Grande fan, so I could be a little biased for rooting for the film, but also, like I mentioned earlier, King Richard was a very great film, so Will Smith, yeah, he definitely did not disappoint, so it's between Don't Look Up and King Richard for me. The list of nominees for Best Actor are full of the biggest stars. There's Will Smith again for King Richard, Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth, Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog, Andrew Garfield in TikTok Boom, and Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos. So out of those, who do you guys have a estimate of who is the best actor this year?
Not saying I'm biased, but Will Smith again. Will Smith again. Always Will Smith or Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Andrew Garfield from Tick, Tick, Boom. I just recently rewatched Tick, Tick, Boom recently, and I'm just blown away by his performance of Jonathan Larson, who was the writer of Rent the Musical, so I think he should get it. And before anything else, this year was just a fantastic year for movie musicals because there were so many great ones that came out, like West Side Story as well. But yeah.
Yeah, it sure was.
I loved all the movie musicals this year for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you 100%. I want to go back to you. Why are you rooting for Will Smith so hard?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is so ingrained in my childhood. I used to be able to recite the lines of that show from my heart. So Will Smith will always and be ever just be special to me and in my life.
Makes sense. Very understandable. I can agree with you. Yeah, Will Smith is definitely, he has it on the acting end. But this year has also been an amazing year for leading women in film. The nominees for Best Actress are Penelope Cruz and Madras Patarfelas, Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos, Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter, Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and Kristen Stewart in Spencer. Are you guys excited to see any looks for tonight's show?
I mean, real, I hope Kristen Stewart gets it, mostly because she had to suffer through every single last one of the Twilight films. So I want this for her. But also just because, like, after, like, looking into Spencer and how it's, like, a take on Princess Diana's life and all the things she had to go through with, like, her husband cheating on her, I like the inside look of it, and it'd definitely be, like, at the top of my list to watch, like, again, because I love Princess Diana. She's just amazing and kind-hearted, and she's a mother that looks out for her son. So I think this is a really good look into her life.
For you, Jeremy?
I'd probably have to go with Kristen Stewart as well. Like, I think based off Princess Diana, I think she would do a great job with that, and I think she would absolutely deserve this.
I haven't watched any of the films that are listed, but I am a fan of Kristen Stewart. I feel like she's very talented. Just knowing the films that she has been a part of, I think she could be acknowledged for those.
Do you like her from Twilight? Is it Twilight?
I did not watch. I was never really a fan of Twilight, but I know a lot of people were. I think overall she's a good actress, though.
Yeah, I never really watched Twilight myself either, but like Taylor Lautner, anything where he's shirtless, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Okay, that's fair. Do you guys have any? Are you guys looking forward to any Academy Award performances or anything?
I know we talked about Batman. While I do think the movie had a lot of potential and was probably really great, I did in fact fall asleep in the theater while watching it. So the beginning was nice, and the end was nice. The middle, I have no memory of.
What was it not exciting enough?
I don't.
For you,
maybe I was just too tired, but
okay.
I definitely did fall asleep with my jacket wrapped up in the movie theater. Yes.
Okay. any for you, Jeremy?
Honestly, I think Don't Look Up and Tick Tick Boom are probably my favorite movies, especially from the last year. Mm-hmm. They were just really good, and I love watching them over and over again.
Are there any movies that were not listed that you guys feel like should have been on that list, on that nomination list?
No, not specifically. I kind of like the list, though I haven't seen a lot of the movies on the ones. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and I just wish the best for the actors.
But I know for me, I would say the movie that I think got snubbed of like an emotional performance was maybe like Dear Evan Hansen, because there's definitely a lot of powerful music in there, and I think it deserved at least a nomination for like a couple of the songs, like You Will Be Found, or I can't think of the other song, but I think there's a lot of emotional performances, and I think it should have been nominated for something at least.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like top movies that I've really seen recently, like, oh man, that deserved an award for, but on the performance end, I'm excited to see Beyonce's performance. I know she doesn't really make a presence anymore at award shows, so I'll definitely be looking forward to watching her performance.
I know with Beyonce, she always serves luck. She always serves a good performance. She's so talented. Like, it blows my mind every time I watch her. I'm like, How Are You Human? She's incredible.
Literally.
I love her.
Well, this movie, it wasn't snubbed, but it definitely did get a spot. Encanto, I recently watched it. The music, the representation, everything about it, I really did love it. I listened to some of the songs constantly. I think it was just a great movie, and I think it was great representation.
Okay, I didn't watch the film, but who in the film did you really like?
The oldest sister.
Okay.
I did forget her name, but Mirabelle's oldest sister. I feel like me and her relate on just such a deep personal level.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I think I'm going to try to plan on watching that this weekend, but that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching Entertainment News. See you next week.
Athletics. Aaron, there are 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Athletics. Aaron, there are 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Welcome to Understood.org, a free online resource for parents of kids with learning and attention issues, with personalized recommendations, tools, and daily access to experts to help your child thrive. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.